The apple within there are warnings we ignore every day. A strange smell. A tiny crack in the skin of a fruit. A softness we convince ourselves is normal. This story begins with something simple. An apple. And what was already inside it. Welcome to DreadLoop. Every nightmare returns. Daniel Arroyo was not a careless man. He washed his hands. He checked expiration dates. He avoided street food. That afternoon, he bought a single apple from a roadside produce stand near Valmora Station. It was bright red, almost unnaturally smooth. No bruises, no holes. Just one small, darker patch near the stem. He wiped it on his sleeve and took a bite. It tasted slightly sweet, slightly metallic, but nothing alarming. He finished it entirely. Eben Tekor. That night, Daniel dreamed of scratching, not itching. Scratching. A soft, repetitive sound, like something lightly dragging against cardboard. He woke at 2:03 a.m. The time didn't mean anything yet. His stomach felt tight. Not painful, just heavy. He assumed it was acid reflux. He drank water, went back to sleep. But in the silence, he could have sworn he felt something shift inside him. By the third day, the pressure grew worse. His abdomen bloated. Friends joked that he looked pregnant. Daniel laughed it off, but when he lay still, especially in quiet rooms, he felt subtle tremors beneath his skin, tiny pulses, like bubbles rising through thick liquid. He visited a clinic. The doctor examined him. "Guess," she said. Prescribed medication. Sent him home. But that night, the scratching returned. Louder. Closer. In his bathroom mirror, Daniel lifted his shirt. His stomach seemed slightly distended, veins darker than usual. For a moment, just a moment, he saw something ripple beneath the surface. He blinked. It stopped. He pressed his palm against his skin and felt something press back. Not violently. Curiously. His breathing quickened. He told himself it was muscle spasm, nerve twitching. Anxiety. But anxiety does not move with intention. On the 7th night, Daniel dreamed he was inside something. Curved walls, cramped space, moist air, and around him, thousands of soft, fragile shells cracking open. The sound was unmistakable, not loud, but numerous. Tiny fractures happening simultaneously. He woke, screaming, his pillow damped with sweat. And something else, a faint bitter smell. Like rot. The pain started suddenly. Sharp, deep, expanding outward. Daniel collapsed in his apartment hallway. Neighbors heard him groaning, but when paramedics arrived, he was conscious. Feverish, skinned pale, eyes unfocused. They loaded him into the ambulance, and that's when the first nurse noticed something moving beneath his neck, a small ripple. Traveling slowly upward, she stepped back. Daniel whispered, "They're waking up." In the emergency room, monitors flickered. Daniel's stomach tightened unnaturally, his breathing shallow. Doctors prepared scans, but before imaging could begin, Daniel convulsed. Not violently, but rhythmically, as if something inside him was reorganizing. A nurse screamed. Something dark moved beneath the skin near his collarbone, then disappeared. Doctors restrained him, sedated him, but sedation does not stop what is already alive. The room filled with a faint, chittering sound, so soft it almost blended with machine noise. Almost. The first visible breach came hours later, not explosive, not traumatic, just a small, dark speck emerging near the base of his neck. A nurse leaned closer. The speck moved, then slipped back beneath the skin. She stumbled backward. Alarms triggered. Daniel's eyes opened wide. He smiled, not knowingly, not willingly. His lips parted, and something moved behind his teeth. Within minutes, tiny dark shapes began surfacing across his body. Along arms, across his abdomen, near his temples. The skin did not rupture dramatically. It seemed to thin, stretch, as if something inside was testing exit points. Hospital staff fled the room. Security footage later showed hundreds, then thousands, of small dark forms pouring from beneath his clothing, swarming across the floor, into vents, under doors, through electrical conduits. Daniel's body remained on the bed, still, but collapsing inward, as if hollowing from within. Lights flickered, the chittering intensified. Then silence. By morning, Daniel Arroyo was gone. Only bones remained on the hospital bed. Clean, perfectly arranged. No blood, no signs of violent struggle. Just absence, and hundreds of tiny husks scattered across the tile floor. Eggshell fragments. Doctors sealed the wing. Authorities blamed contamination, infection, equipment failure. But maintenance crews began reporting strange things. Roaches in unusual numbers. Dark swarms emerging from drains. Electrical panels packed with insects. They weren't random. They moved in patterns. Clusters forming near human warmth, near sleeping bodies. Within weeks, reports spread across Vel. Unusual roach activity. Unprecedented breeding cycles. Infestations in luxury apartments, in government buildings, in restaurants. They appeared from nowhere. Exterminators failed. Sprays slowed them, but never stopped them. Residents began hearing faint scratching at 2:03 a.m., the same time Daniel first woke. People reported dreams of cramped spaces, of shells cracking, of something waiting beneath their skin. Doctors noticed an increase in abdominal complaints. Pressure, movement, unexplained, bloating, and one phrase repeated across multiple patients: "I feel full." A food inspector eventually traced Daniel's apple. It came from a rural orchard recently abandoned. Trees left unattended. Fruit harvested without inspection. Inside several apples, investigators found something horrifying. Clusters of insect eggs, embedded deep near the core. Hundreds. In each fruit, invisible unless cut precisely. Most had already hatched, but no one could determine how the eggs survived digestion, or how they multiplied so rapidly, or why they seemed to respond to darkness, because when placed under bright laboratory lights, the eggs remained still, but when the lights dimmed, they pulsed. Months later, Valmora's pest control systems collapsed under sheer numbers. Roaches filled alleyways at night. Drains clogged with movement. Buildings felt alive. Residents began leaving the city, but they brought luggage, cars, clothing, boxers, and inside those containers eggs. Tiny, invisible, waiting. The infestation was no longer local. It was systemic, because the apple wasn't the origin. It was a vessel, and Daniel wasn't the only one who bought fruit that week. To this day, at exactly 2:03 a.m., in certain parts of the city, the scratching begins. Soft, coordinated. Like something remembering, and if you ever bite into an apple and taste something slightly metallic, speed it out. Because sometimes, the horror isn't what you see, it's what you swallow. Welcome to DreadLoop. Every nightmare returns.